Okay guys, this might look like a hot mess, but I was trying to come up with a way to make heart-shaped rosettes, I was gonna say flower rosettes, without a die. Now I have a rosette maker, actually, now I think about it, that makes a butterfly. It's so cute, and it's basically like elongated, right? So by the time you use the little score lines, you squish it down and it makes like a butterfly shape. But the heart is easier, and I actually have heart dies. I just actually I looked over and I'm like, is that where they are? I have some other dies that I picked up on Amazon like a year or two ago that I never used, but I think that's in there with those. And they have a certain shape to them, so if there's anything I can link for you guys, I'll do that. Those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. But the whole point of this video is that you can make them without the dies, right? So I might have some other basic things linked there. Now, I started off just making two pieces like you would normally do a rosette, and then maybe stick it together, mostly because I wasn't sure about one long strip, you know? So I got it stuck down after I was like, I'll just do it like any other rosette, you know, 1.5 inches or something, or 1 inch, and then basically 12 inches wide or long. And that's kind of what I did, but by the time I taped or glued this, it kept wanting to come apart, and it's the shape I like. It was just not quite, like, something about it wasn't getting in there. The length, something, like you can even see right now I'm having trouble with it. And then if it was glued at the top, I mean, it is kind of heart shaped. But then I was like, well, what if we just go back to how we do rosettes? But in my mind, when you buy these dies, it's a left and a right. Like there's a left side and a right side, and they're both kind of curved. And then they curve like this and then out. Basically like what you see here. They curve like this and then out, right? That's one side and then the other. But I was like, what if you just fold it in half and then cut it in that shape? That should work, right? Because it's already stuck together. I don't know how to explain that. So I have a bunch of pieces of paper where I was making the right curve or not, or whatever, like all these different things I was trying, and then, okay, maybe a different size. But I think I got it down to where I can explain it, it's easy, and they'll be cute. And look at this, you guys. I haven't stuck them down, so haven't gotten that far into it as far as what we're going to stick this to, probably a circle shape. I don't want to do a heart shape because I feel like that's too aggravating, because like what if the heart's crooked in the back? I'd rather just do the circle and stick this down. So this is kind of what we're going for. Now this is 1.5 inches paper, so this is a pretty big rosette, but look at that, it works, right? And then I did 1 inch paper. I think this is 1 inch. Oh my gosh, I did this last night while I was kind of messing around with the stuff here. Yeah, I think it's 1 inch, and then it's this size, which is very cute. It is heart shaped. It's not super heart shaped though, so I think that works though, right? And then I want to try a smaller one in this video even at that. So let's go from the largest so we can see really well what we're doing, and then go from there. Yeah, so a great start from stash kind of project here. I just pulled this one out. I was using it for the birthday loaded pocket, but oh, that's cute. Oh, this one would be cute too. I was just gonna use this pink stripe paper. Where is it? Where is it? This one. So I'm gonna use this anyway, but those other ones are cute. And you know what? Maybe the striped paper isn't the best idea anyway. It'll probably look really funky. We'll see. Okay, so when I did the larger one, so I can get 2 done at once, I was just, again, going back to basics with our rosettes, the 2 at once. And then this paper, I can cut it this other way, so it's a strip, but I'm going to do this short ways. I'm cutting it at 3 inches, okay, so it's 3 inches by 12. And that way when we score, and cut this in half, we can do 2 rosettes, having scored them only one time, right? So let's get this guy. I brought this guy out and I'm like, where is the tool? I left it somewhere. I think it's around here somewheres. Either way, I just used a different scoring tool because I was like, I don't see it. Let me move these guys. So today we'll finish up those and see what we can do. Again, I'm gearing up for the loaded pocket for Valentine's, as you can see, because I have very much hearts on the brain. So every 1/4 inch. Now you can do less than every 1/4 inch. Oh, and I start off by doing 1/8 already. Oh, I was like, that looks too skinny. All right, let's try it again. Every 1/4 inch. So here's a quarter, quarter, and that's why I'm doing the 3 inches, because honestly, it's quick. I mean, you can do more, I suppose, but the longer you make them, the more I think not as fast as you go. So every 1/4 inch, okay? All the way down. 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. And I'll be back. Wants to curl, that's fine. Oh, sorry guys. We're basically gonna do them all that same way, but just different sizes. Like for the 1 inch, I think I did 8-inch strip of paper, which left me 4 inches at the end. And I was thinking, what if you want to make a smaller one? Would 4 inches be good? I don't know. Well, anyway, we'll see. So 1.5. We're gonna cut this down to 1.5 just because we did it 3, so that we can cut, you know, be more efficient in our rosette making. Okay. So from here, a couple things. I don't have a template. I'm just making this up. So I'm gonna fold it in half backwards, just because that center one. So you'll find your center pretty easy because you have all these score lines. Is the top of our heart. This is so scary. I always feel like it's gonna tear. So the center one is the top of the heart right here, and I wanted that to go down. So if I'm gonna do that, I might as well fold it in half with the pretty paper facing in, okay? So just remember that, pretty paper in. Now, essentially, we're just gonna cut this to that shape that we would like, and I'm gonna draw it. I was just eyeballing it, to be honest. It's easier just to get it and just, you know, but basically you're starting in here. Now you saw my hearts are a little bit more rounder. If you want it tighter, like more pointy, I don't know, I guess you can make this less long and then elongate that part, but this is how I was doing it. And I was literally just getting the scissors and getting as close as I could to the edge so I can maximize that, and then in and then out. So I'll show you kind of what I was doing. I was kind of going like this all the way to the very edge, right? Kind of rounded. In and then out. And I'll do that with the other one too, and all of them that we do. Again, if you bring it in more, I suppose it could be pointier, you know what I'm saying, on the inside, so I don't know, but either way, just going like this and going out like that. And I remember like years back, I feel like someone was doing something similar when they were making heart rosettes. Obviously there's lots of ideas on these. With a die, you know how the LDRS Creative dies, how we had some of those on the edge dies, or even like the Spellbinders dies that are kind of shaped like this. You just have to put it in the right spot for it to give this to you, and then you'll have that cute edge, you know, like a cute die cut edge. Anyway, so you want something like this. Now it's much easier just folding this like I showed you. Remember, pretty paper on the inside, so you fold it. And now, from here, I'm just starting in the center since that's already folded, and I'm gonna start folding up and down, right? Opposite of where we started. Now, I was saying I'm doing 1/4 inches because I like that, but I guess you could do 1/2 inch. But you know, when you do 1/2 inches, that means your rosette's gonna be 1/2 inch tall, like the thickness, which is really high. So for me, I like 1/4 inch, but if you do 1/2 inch, honestly, you're only gonna have like so many back and forths here, and you're good to go, right? So let's do this, back and forth, and I'm just doing half of it, and I'll do the other half in just a minute. And if you're new to my channel, welcome here. Yes, I do talk fast. I've been getting comments like that again. I'm telling you, it's like somebody hangs out with their friends and they're like, hey, have you seen this girl? Go tell her that she talks too fast. Because all of a sudden, I just start getting a deluge of comments about that, or whatever, or about how dumb I am or something like that. Sorry, I don't use words like that normally on here. But yeah, so welcome. Anyway, back and forth. Again, things like this. All right. And again, and I'm not like trying to score them super great or please. I'm just going back and, you know, up and down, up and down. And they kind of want to do it on their own anyway. This paper is really nice to work with. It's just that stack I picked up not too long ago. And it looks something like that. And then from here, I'm going to glue these together. If you don't like the look of that, the two ends, I'm just gluing them together and leaving it there. I feel like it gives it a sturdiness though, because when you go to do this, you have that piece that's just kind of holding it up. You can definitely overlap them, but you see these little pokies are off, so you just have to cut them. So for me, I'm just joining them in the center and I don't care. That looks fine to me. So I guess that would be the only issue with my design here. And I'm going to make sure the pointy part is lined up down here. If it's off up here, because again, we did this by hand, I'd rather have that be up here, that offness than down here. Okay, so I'm making sure the pointy edge is together. And once this is all set up, we can turn them like this and we'll have our little heart. So I'm gonna let that set up though. I'm not gonna mess with it until it's ready or else it'll rip apart like these guys kept doing on me, and I was like, no! Okay, so I have a second one I can do the same thing with, which I already have over here, so we'll just play with these. I'm not gonna spend time right now during the day when I gotta get moving. Okay, next ones. Those are 1.5 inches. The next one was an inch strip. So, with 1 inch strips, I want to make 2 at a time at least. You can do 3, I suppose. We just did 3 inches, so if you want to do 3, go for it. I'm just going to do 2. So I'm going to go to 2 inches. Still 12 inches long. And I was debating, that's why I did the whole thing yesterday when I was trying to work this out. I went ahead and scored this whole thing, but then I was like, well, maybe 8 inches is good enough, right? As far as the length for the, to make it meet up, right? To make it meet up again. Which, as you saw, that works out really well. I guess 12 inches would be a different look here, but that worked out. So I'm still going to do the scoring every quarter inch, all the way down. And I'll be back, okay guys? So every quarter inch. I'll be back. Last one here. Got that. And for this one, I'm going to cut the whole strip to 8 inches. So I'm just going to take 4 inches off of one side to not extend my cutting thing. So obviously it's still 12 inches. I mean, 12 inches minus 4 leaves you an 8-inch piece, right? So you have this 8-inch piece. We will try to work with this piece though. Why not? We'll see. Maybe we can make it work. So this one, we're going to cut to 1 inch. Just so again, I can do 2 rosettes at once. And then same thing, and I'm going to show you how I don't even draw it. I'm just eyeballing it. We're going to fold it in half, wherever half meets up. Okay. And I'm just holding it, and again, I'm just going to come in here and start from in here, going towards that edge, right? Trying to just miss it. And then down in here, it's a little bit crooked, that's okay. Oh, come on, papers. And then back out that way, right? So it's the same route. And again, we're just gonna fold, just like before. This one's a little faster because you only have 4 inches on this one side, 4 on the other. And it's that fast, guys, I'm telling you. Yeah, that last one was a little wonky. And here we go. Now if you want to like make them real pristine and bone fold them, that's up to you. It takes forever, and I like the softer look when the rosette gets going on this kind of rosette. I think it looks nice. So there we go. And again, a little glue here. This is the one that was wonky. Let me just make sure. Okay. Bring it around. And again, I want to line up the pointy part. So right here where it's pointy. And that was pretty good. The other one I cut a little crooked. Okay. And now we're going to let that set up, right? Our little ring. And let me show you this guy now that he's been drying for a little bit. The whole thing is, you know how rosettes are. They're a little wonky at the beginning. So once I start working with this, it'll fall in place. But I feel like it's going to rip, you know, in this top part, but it doesn't. It just doesn't. So weird. Okay. So up and down. Trying to get those rosettes where they should be, and then this guy is here and up. There we go, and back down. Okay. And now that is roughly a heart rosette, right? Look at that. So cute. And of course we'll play with it a little bit when we go to glue it down. That is really cute with the striped paper. Okay, so that's that one. That's the larger one. This is the smaller one. Now, I was thinking yesterday, if that's an inch, what if we did 1/2 inch or 3/4? What do you guys think? 1/2 inch is going to be so small. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. 3/4 would be good. Ooh, I don't know. But either way, we can cut it off here. So let's do 3/4. I mean, 1/2 inch is going to be tiny. Of course, it'll work. Oop. Okay, this is 2 inches, so if I want 3/4, I would cut at 1.25 inches. That's the only thing with this guy once we get over here. So that's 1.25 inches, so this is 3/4. And then another 3/4, which is basically right before the inch mark right there. So that's fine. And we could line it up that way too, I suppose. Okay, and that means this guy is the other 3/4, and then we have this little piece, which is 1/2 inch, so I suppose we could try that out. But what I was trying to see is right now if we can make it with these 4-inch pieces. So we'll see. Let's fold it in half. And this is just the extra that was left after the other guy. Oh, I cut into that a little bit. Oh, you know what? I'll use it for this. Okay. So again, starting here, going, ooh, this one's gonna be really sharp because it's so tiny. Who would be ringing my doorbell at this point? Okay, that's not great. We're already, well, it sounds like it was a delivery. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, so back, forward, back. We'll see if this works. This is really tiny. Okay. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't work. I just don't know if we have enough length in 4-inch strips to make a rosette that works. But we'll find out, won't we? So let's go ahead and glue it together. And I'm gonna let that set up. It's so tight. Oh my goodness, if this works, I will be amazed. Okay, again, the little point is so tiny. I don't know that it's gonna work. It might work if it's 1/2 inch, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just smaller. Like this guy, I don't know. Ooh, that feels really tight. Maybe we need about 6 inches of paper at least. 6, 8, 12. I think 12, 8, 4, but I don't know. We'll see when we come back. That might just like rip on us. Oh, maybe I can cut it. I was like, I could cut a piece off of it, but that's scary. Okay, we'll see. I'll be back. While we're waiting with that little scrap of 1/2 inch that I had left. Remember, I had a little 1/2 inch piece from that 4-inch. I went ahead and just glued it together, did the shape, glued it together. So we'll see if those work. We don't know at this point. So to get these other guys going, we are definitely going to need something to glue these guys onto. And I was just debating. You know, I have those heart punches I just recently picked up, so I think for the top, maybe I'll do a heart punch, and then for the bottom, I'll do a circle. So let me grab circle punches, and then these are different sizes. So like I have a 1.5 inch circle punch. Probably not what we want. Let's do the 1 inch. For the bigger guy, obviously 1.5 inch is good, but you know, I'll just do this. And I'm just looking for a scrap of like white paper. This is really thick white paper. I know this little punch has seen better days. So sometimes if you use thick paper, it's like, nope. It does not want to punch it anymore, see? It totally got stuck. Hold on. Let me tell you, these punches are pretty old. This doesn't mean they should get stuck though. Yeah, let me grab a skinnier, thinner paper, should I say. Don't use high quality papers here, guys. Let's see. That one still feels thick. I'm telling you, I only deal in thick paper here. I'll be right back. Michael's recollection type paper. Let's see. Some really old paper. Come on, buddy. Yep. Okay, got that. I need like 5 or 6 of these. How many do I need? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 6, maybe. I'll be right back. So let's start with the 1.5 inch ones, since we know those are pretty good. I'll just start with the one I used yesterday. Again, I try to get them in the right shape, and I probably would go with a bigger circle, but you know, just did what I did. So let's get that hot glue in there. And usually I have the bit that's going to go on top of it ready to go. I did not do that today. Did I touch my hot glue gun? Why, yes, I just did. Oh, come on, buddy. Okay. So we're laying that up. It's already firming up there. So the ones I did yesterday didn't get as close as today. I don't know if it's the paper or what, but let's just hold that down. And again, you can kind of play with what that looks like. Something like that. Let me grab the heart punch I was going to use. I'll be right back. So this is the middle-sized punch I recently picked up. I know We Are Memory Keepers has a set of punches that's basically all 3 sizes of like hearts, you know, like the small ones, medium and large. But, and those are thinner profile punches. I'm going to try and get a heart from that Recollections paper, see what happens. It's a little bit wonky right there. Sounds good. Like that, it holds a little reservoir of them. And this guy definitely needs to be held, so let's put some glue and hopefully I can get this shaped in a better way. You know what I'm saying? I want to tuck this in a little bit more. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to hold that down. And that will be one heart rosette base. I know whenever we do the swaps and I talk about things like rosettes being decorated a little more than your basic layers, this is what I consider basic layer, right? The one in the back that holds your rosette together. And then the one on the top that just finishes off the look. And then you need to decorate more than that, right? So this is very cute, you guys. I can think of so many things to put on here. All right, let's try the second size. We'll use the paper we did today. I'm gonna make them all, I just, you know. So with this guy, he needs to go up the juncture that we did. So just have it push up and that'll help you get it going. Again, this stuff is just kind of funky. Just go with it. Try to get it squeezed down as much as you can. And again, I just feel like it's gonna tear. It's crazy, but okay. So there's that one. And here's my glue. And I suppose if you wanted to glue it from the top first, you can definitely do that because you can see it better. Why does everything keep wanting to burn me today? All right, so let's get this guy over here. Top of that little dot. Squeeze that down, squeeze it down. Look what we're doing here. Make sure it has a nice shape. A little bit more this way. Oh my gosh, how cute. And again, it's all about that shape, so does it need to go up or just out in the other direction more? So just kind of take a peek and see what you think looks better. I feel like this needs to come this way more a little bit. Okay, and why do I keep waiting to do my heart punch until afterwards? Actually, this one's a little bit big. Maybe I'll still use it. Have your hearts ready, guys. Right now I'm just kind of after this one I'll punch out a bunch of hearts to have them ready. And again, just kind of in the center, knowing it goes up a little more there. Aww. So this one again we have a lot more heart than background, right? Just because I use that same size. So this one has more edge than the heart in the center, but this one takes up more space. That is so cute. And I'll probably still play around with how deep I cut, you know, into this area when you first make your curves. And then this guy, I don't think it's gonna work. I just like, it's kind of funny. Let's go up, down, down. Yeah, there's not enough. I think if we had made maybe 6 inches of paper for this one, he's not gonna work. And let's try out the 1/2 inch one, see if that's enough paper. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. The other thing is these are really small and I'm doing 1/4 inches, maybe 1/8 of an inch is better. Oh my gosh, that is so tight. It's wanting to turn, but I feel like I'm just gonna rip it. Look, oh my goodness, I have it almost. I almost got it, almost got it. Oh, that's scary. Hold on. That is a tiny rosette. I do not want to work with that again, but how cute. It's there. That is really small. Oh my gosh. Oh my, I don't even know what I would stick that on. Let's see if I can get like a scrap of little paper here. And then maybe we can trim away the rest or something. Let's hold that down. See if we can get it on here. So if you're good at working with minis, I would say this works for you. Great. I will probably never do that again. That is so tiny. Like now I've lost the shape. But let's see if we can get it back. Probably not. Oh my goodness. How tiny is that? What is going on here? I don't know. I'm gonna hold on to that until it holds on, and I'll be right back. It's gonna be, so with this one, I probably would get a lot closer when you go to make your, so that this is more down in here, do you know what I'm saying? Like a little more curved in here. Oh my gosh. Ah! That was bad, that was bad. I guess it works, it's just, it's really small. I mean, that is hard for me to work with. Cute. Okay. So yeah, the 3/4 inch leftover is not going to work, but maybe you do 1/2 inches. And there you go. It is a little tiny heart. Put a little something in the center there to hold that down. Cute. I'm going to let it do its thing over there. Okay, I'll finish off these other guys just the way I showed you on these two, and I'll be back. The shape really has to do with how you cut your little curve. Like these are a little pudgier, like cute. This one's a little more refined, right? From the ones I did yesterday, which were these two, to the ones that I did today. Like this one is tighter. So it's just whatever it is that you like, whatever style, whatever your look. Is a heart, you know, however it is. Again, just that curve that you cut yourself looks like this or like this. This one was much more curvy, I think. This one I just did a little, you know, when I came in. I cut like that and then out and then just a little bit of that bottom curve. So I have this really pretty twine. I thought, well, why don't we add a little something? I don't know what. Let me see how big these guys are. And you know, I like words and things like that. I just want to show you what I mean by just adding a little something else. I mean, oh, that's so cute. You know, pink, pink, pink. I love that too. That's tough. What I was planning on doing was getting a little something like this. I don't even know what I'm doing, to be honest. Let's see. If I make like a full bow, or like a finger bow, I guess I can do that. Oh, not too much. Let's do that. Okay, I have a whole video on this, guys. But anyway, you take your whatever it is that you want to use, wrap it over your index finger, underneath, up and under the middle finger, and then through both of them. And that little strip you just made there, which this stuff is already coming apart, the gold from this, just get it up under there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to because this is falling apart, the gold from the fuchsia twine. There we go. And then we have a bow. I made it really loose just because I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I was going to kind of stick that and then maybe put this on top. Too bad that it came apart. That's kind of a bummer. I'm going to have to make the other side come apart too. Okay. Let's just, oh, no, no, no. Don't like that. That big hunk of glue. Do not care for that. And then we can take this guy and use that same glue or stick it down however you want. This is a sticker, but it's getting chunky because of this little guy I put underneath. Cute. Like I said, I might just take that apart too since the other one's taken apart. And maybe trim it down just a little bit. definitely get rid of that extra glue. And something like that, guys. So just, you know, have fun with them. I mean, look how much more awesome that is than just like a plain one. Just a little something else. Anyway, that was fun. It's been something I've had in my mind for a long time that I've been wanting to do. And now we've tried it. The little guys, I mean, it's doable. It's not my cup of tea, but these guys all day. So I'll decorate a few more and I'll just have them at the ready for whatever it is I want to use them for. Again, you can put them on a little stick, like a little pick. You can add some ribbons, you can add some words, which is what I really like to do. So I'll probably look for that sticker pack that I just picked up that has a lot of different words. Oh, even from the Dollar Tree. Where are those? Actually, no, not from the Dollar Tree. Oh, this right here. It has nice words in here. You can put all kinds of things down. I was thinking about these cute stickers. Where are they? My potion ones. Where did I put them? They're in here somewhere. Ugh. These guys. I'm not ready to stick it down because I don't know what I would put in with it. But how cute are these? Yeah, that little sticker. And maybe a sentiment here. That's what I was thinking about doing. Let's see what that might look like real quick. Oh, maybe something. I was like true love, but then it says like potion. I don't know. Let's just put this one. Yeah, this is love, yeah. And these stickers are very thin, so if you wanted to put that on, like a piece of cardboard, or not cardboard, but like another piece of cardstock before you stick it down, you can do that to make it more substantial. Look how cute. And just, you know, that's simple. Of course, you can add lots more things. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I hope that helped you out. So again, with the larger ones, it was a 3" by 12 piece of paper that I scored at every 1/4 inch. I then cut that in half, so that's 12 by 1.5 inches. And then you just do that little curvy kind of look to it, right? When you cut, just go down as far as you like and then come up right to the edge of the paper and then back out. And there you go. The smaller one was 1" by 8 inches. That's this. If you want to do 1" by 12, I'm sure you can do that too. It'll just have a lot more pleats, right? It'll just go up and down a lot more, where this one has a few less. And then for the little guys, you know, I would say between 5, probably for this one, if I had done maybe 5 inches, that might have been better. 1/2 inch, the 3/4 inch one probably needs at least 6 or 7 inches to make it work, you know. So that does take a little bit of math, because you have to know, like, it's the proportions, right? How big are these edges or these sides, and how much paper do you need to make that work? Like, I was even looking at this little last piece of lace that I had from, I think it was Diamond Press auto ship for the Valentine auto ship, and it was about 8.5 inches long, and I had cut it down to use for a card, so I have 4 1/4. I was like, you know what, I could probably trim this piece off and score it, and you can still make like a rosette with this, or cut it right in half and then glue it together like I do for a longer rosette, and you have like a cute little rosette that's all frilly. There's so many ways you can rosette. It's crazy. But I think I will follow up with something like that with this one, because this die especially is really cool. And look, I mean, they're about 1/4 inch apart, right? The little loops, so 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. Very good. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.